Yes, Paul. I really like the way you dance. No, I mean it. So, I figured we'd try this again. For one thing, if you're going to change your name, why go from a Puerto Rican name to an Italian one?
So don't look it. People always say you don't look Puerto Rican, you don't look Puerto Rican, but I am.
So you figured you looked Italian?
No, I just wanted to become someone new, so I became Paul San Marco.
Why did you want to become someone new?
Well, I'm not exactly proud of my past.
Who is? But that's what the word means, Paul, past.
Look, I understand that may be easy for you to say, and
All right,
other people...
wait a minute. What made you start dancing? Your parents?
No. I mean, what do Puerto Ricans know about theater? Well, now they've got Channel 47, sure, but back then, you know, they didn't have anything. But my father, he loved movies. He'd take us all the time. He worked nights, and he'd come home, and we'd go down to 42nd Street, and come out of one movie and go to another and another. I don't know why, but, well, I always loved the musicals.
How old were you?
7 or 8.
On 42nd Street?
Yeah, it was a real trip.
Go on.
Well, I'd have to move down front because I couldn't see, but I do wear contact lenses now. Anyway, I'd have to move down front, and these strange men would come and sit next to me and play with me. I never told anyone about it, but I guess it didn't really matter.
Why didn't it matter?
Why?
Oh, look, Paul, if this is too rough for you, I have your picture and resume.
No. No. Okay. Well, from seeing all those old movie musicals, I used to dance around all the time in the street, and I'd always get caught. Oh God, it was so embarrassing. I was always pretending to be Sid Charisse. Always. Which I never really understood, you know, because I always wanted to be an actor. I mean, I really wanted to perform. One day my cousin said to me, she said, "You'll never be an actor." And I knew she was telling me this because I was such a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I always knew that I was gay. But that's not what bothered me. What bothered me was that I didn't know how to be a boy. One day I looked in the mirror and I said, "You're 14 years old and you're a faggot. What are you going to do with your life?" By that time I was in Carignan High School, and there were 3,000 other boys there. I had no protection anymore. There was no home room where I could be charming and funny with the tough guys so that they would fight my battles for me, like when I went to smaller schools. I liked school, but my grades got to be so bad. Even if I knew the answer to questions, I wouldn't raise my hand because I was afraid that they would laugh at me. They used to whistle at me in the hallways. It was awful. It was just awful. Finally, one day, I went down to the principal's office and I said, "I am a homosexual." Well, it was a Catholic high school. And in 1962, at the age of 15, you just didn't say that. And he asked me if I'd like to see a psychologist, and I said yes. And He said, well, I think that you're very well adjusted for your age, and I think that you should quit school. So I did. But I didn't really want to. I couldn't take it anymore. See, when I quit school, what I was trying to do was to find out who I was and how to be a man. You know, there are an awful lot of people in this world that don't know how to be men. Since then, I found out that I am one. I was just looking for the wrong thing. You know, I was trying to learn how to be butch. Anyway, I started hanging out down around 72nd Street, just meeting all these really, really strange people. I was just trying to make friends that were like me, so that I could finally understand what it was that I was. Somebody told me that they were having auditions down at the Jewel Box Review, you know, the drag show. So I went down to audition. Well, from all those years of pretending to be Sid Charisse, I had this fabulous extension. I mean, I could turn just anything at my first audition. Well, they said to me, they said, you're too short to be a boy, but would you like to be a pony? And I said, well, what's that? A girl. Well, what do I have to do? Show us your legs. Well, but there's hair on my legs. That's okay, come upstairs. Well, they took me upstairs and they hiked up my dungarees and put on a pair of high heels and nylon stockings. It was freaky. But it was incredible. Then they brought me back downstairs and they put me on stage and they said, oh, well, you have wonderful legs. Really? Terrific. It's so strange thinking about all of this. I mean, it was a whole lifetime ago. You know, I was just past 16. Well, anyway, then there was this thing of me having to hide it from my parents. And that was really something, you know, because, well, I had to buy all these things like shoes to rehearse in, and earrings, makeup, jewelry, and I would always hide it, but my mother would always find it. So I told her that there was this girl in the show who didn't want her mother to know what she was doing. She believed me. Well, I was finally in show business. It was the asshole of show business. God, it was a job. It was nothing to brag about. I had friends. But after a while, it was so demeaning. I mean, nobody at the Jewel Box had any dignity. Most of them were ashamed of themselves, and they all considered themselves freaks. I think it was the lack of dignity that got to me, so I left. Muddled around for a while, office boy, waiter, but, well, without a good education, you just can't get a good job. So when the Jewel Box called and asked if I would come back, I went. We were over at the Apollo Theater on 125th Street, doing 4 shows a day with the movie. And it was really tacky. But the show was going to go to Chicago. And my parents were going to bring my luggage to the theater to say goodbye after the show was over. Well, we were doing this big oriental number. And I looked like Anime Wonka. I had these two great big chrysanthemums on either side of my forehead, and this huge headdress with gold balls hanging all over it. And I was going down the stairs to go on for the finale, and who should I see standing at the stage door? But my parents. They got there too early. I didn't know what to do. I freaked, so I just thought to myself, I know, just take a deep breath and walk quickly past them like all the others, and they will never recognize you. So I took a deep breath and I started down the stairs. But just as I passed my mother, I heard her say, "Oh my God." I died. But what was I supposed to do with that key? Then after the show was over, I went back upstairs. I finished taking off my makeup and dressing. I went back downstairs. There they were. Just standing there in the middle of all these. All they could say to me was, "Eat. Take care of yourself. And please write." Just before my parents turned to leave, my father turned producer. He said, "Take care of my son." That was the first time he ever called me that.
Okay, kids, here we go.